All right, we are live on YouTube. Best damn trucking show on the interwebs. Let's get into this. A lot of stuff going on today. FedEx Freight Division spinoff. FedEx is breaking off its freight arm to operate independently. Could shake up LTL pricing and create new competition. Did you guys read about that? We're definitely going to get into that stuff. 25% tariffs on imported truck parts starting November 1st. Heavy tariffs on truck imports from China and Mexico. Expected to raise truck and part prices fast. I have to look into that a little bit more because, from my understanding, not every trucking company is going to be affected. Not trucking company, but every manufacturer of trucks is going to be affected by that. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more research to give more opinions, but we're definitely going to get into that. Autonomous truck funding boom. Einride just raised $100 million to expand self-driving freight routes in the U.S. and Europe. Screw autonomous trucks. That's what I got to say. They're not going to make it. And if they do, the truck drivers better get up on the highway and start beating them with a tire iron or something, dude, because we are not going to let autonomous trucks take over the trucking industry. We will not stand for that. Then what else we got going on? Aurora driverless trucks in Texas. Aurora is now running fully autonomous loads on I-45. No human backup inside the cab. I don't like this. I don't like this whatsoever. Definitely need to do something about it because it starts with Texas and it's going to start moving to these other states that don't have bad weather. So I don't know, man. Not a fan of autonomous. Not a fan of autonomous trucks for sure. Class 8 truck sales decline. New trucks orders have dropped again. Fleets are holding off due to high rates and low freight volumes. Well, that's good, man. Maybe if people are going to stop buying these brand new trucks for these over prices, it's going to bring back some jobs to America because the tariffs are going to affect that. And then people, dude, I don't see why you would want to buy a brand new truck anyways. I think that's just crazy talk. Kids here, what's up? Good evening, sir. But buying a brand new truck, dude, like 200 grand, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy talk. You could buy a slightly used one, save a bunch of money on it. I don't understand why people buy new trucks anyways. That's just my opinion. Sure, maybe it makes sense for the mega carriers and these big ass companies like the Walmarts and all that kind of stuff, FedExes. But overall, dude, like trucking companies, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just not a fan of brand new trucks, man. Not a fan of brand new trucks. Freight, they're trying to say the freight market's still flat. The freight recession drags on. Too many trucks, not enough freight. Weak spot rates everywhere. I don't believe in that. I think that is BS. I think the freight rates are moving up a little bit. The freight volumes are moving up. The ELP mandates and all these non-domicile CDLs, we're starting to see the effect of that here. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens with that. FMCSA pro trucker reforms, new DOT package can simplify HOS, speed up medical card renewals, and cut broker red tape. Yeah, a lot of talk. Nothing's going to happen. Urban trucks ban expand. Detroit joins cities restricting trucks on residential streets. More bans expected in 2026. Like, what do they mean by residential streets? Explain that to me. Explain the residential street park because I just don't get it, man. I mean, I'm obviously not going to be going on the side streets where my kids are at a park. I get that, but what residential streets, man? Any busy street, any big street, there's definitely going to be semi trucks allowed. No way in heck they're going to allow them not to go in there. That's just my opinion, but let's just keep going. CDL immigration rule changes. The DACA and asylum drivers facing tighter CDL limits under a new federal proposal. We talked to the gentleman on Friday. He explained to us kind of what's going on. I do really feel bad for the DACA people because like a lot of them speak English, been here forever. It kind of sucks that all this stuff happened and now, people that shouldn't be affected are getting affected by it. But something needs to be done because obviously our trucking industry has been trashed for the longest time. Electric truck rules in flux. California versus feds fight over electric truck mandates. Rollback could delay EV freight goals. No idea what the hell that's about, but California, whatever California's doing, they need to just pound sand, bro, because California's just dummies over there, bro. They ruin everything, dude. Drive weight slow down. Pay gains are cooling off. Fleets cutting bonuses as margins shrink. I mean, margins have been shrinking for the longest time, dude. So, I mean, if anything, the only thing I'm going to see happen is pay raises coming up soon due to the fact that the market has to pick up, dude. It's been dead for so long that if it doesn't pick up anytime soon, we're all in great big trouble. This week, hey, Connect the Cargo, what's going on, buddy? This week we started off great again. I mean, we got a lot of freight this week already. It's Monday, so we got a super good start to the week. Damn slow. See, freight brokers, when you guys slow down, we heat up, dude. Good signs, Connect the Cargo. I'm sorry, bro. You're gonna have to not take a private jet, bro. You're gonna have to just downgrade to first class, my guy, and then see what happens from there. But But yeah, I just don't see it happening, man. Don't see that happening whatsoever. Spot versus contract rate gap. DAT shows records spread between contract and spot brokers holding steady, while owner operators struggle. I'm telling you, I have a feeling this is all going to change, bro. We can't see the Brock Lesnar of trucking. Thanks. I keep on getting that, bro. I'll take it. I mean, I wish it was a little bit prettier, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Just started hauling logs a couple of weeks ago. How's that working out, Oregon RC? You like the logs? They're paying better than being OTR. Yeah, Connecticut. I want to say, like last week was pretty decent, dude. I can't even lie, dude. Last week's gonna give us a nice little boost, but at the same time, like something goes right, and then like I'm having issues with like one of my customers, like the biggest customer we got. They transitioned like to a buyout. They buyed out, so they're transitioning to like new systems. So we're kind of having trouble collecting some monies, which is really messing us up, dude. You know, that's a big part of like trucking companies and truck drivers. They don't see like when a company owes you like hundreds of thousands of dollars, bro, and then you start recoursing like 50, 60, 70,000 at a time. That's not a good feeling, bro. That's, you know, like a kick in the balls, bro. Like it's rough, but that's why when everybody's like crying about brokers and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, dude, like these risks that some people take, like you wouldn't even want to stomach that stuff, dude. Like I'm at the point where I'm getting kind of immune to like bad news, bro. Because like no matter what happens, like there's always some kind of stress. I'm at the point where I'm just gonna go hit a vape pen, dude, and just calm down and relax for a little bit because nothing I could do to change anything. My video's off? Oh shit, my bad. Hold on. There you go. My bad, bro. Thank you for letting me know, dude. I had to start my virtual camera on TikToks, man. So thank you for letting me know that, dude. Thank you for letting me know that. Camera. Camera. Let me see this. Let me fix this. All right, now it looks good. Now I'm centered. American flag, Polish flag in the center. We all good here? All right, we're sorry. There's a lot of comments here. I'm trying to get into this. Homeless 5, thank you, bro. I appreciate that, bro. I wouldn't even notice, man. I wouldn't even notice my camera's off. I forgot to start the virtual camera because I'm streaming on the Red app and on here. Probably not, but very enjoyable. That's good as long as you enjoy it. But if it's not better, I don't know, man. If, you know, it has to make financial sense. Bobby, can you please tell us about the Amazon markets? Amazon, I don't do the Amazon relay, bro, so I can't really tell you. So I'd be like BSing you if I was gonna be making stuff up, but it is what it is. Yeah, Connected Cargo. We're tired of watching your TikToks flying private, bro, and your 80% rips, bro. It's about time that us small people make some monies, bro. We can't just be getting taken advantage of, dude. This is why we need a 3% cap on freight brokers, bro, because Connected Cargo right there. When you're getting freight from a freight broker and he's traveling private, something's not right there, bro. Something's not right. Chiefs game comes on in 2 hours. Man, I really stopped watching football. I stopped watching football during the pandemic when they were with all that crazy stuff they were doing, bro. And plus, I believe it's rigged, dude. It sucks too because I was a Bears fan, dude. Like I was such a big Bears fan. I would go to at least like one away game every year. I really enjoyed football, dude. I really enjoyed it. Like the NBA, I stopped watching a long time ago during the Spurs and referee scandal. But ever since I stopped watching sports, dude, like it seems like I get more accomplished, dude. Because like every like Monday, Sunday, I'm good, bro. I'm not like glued to a TV. Kind of sucks because I really enjoy like fantasy football and like betting online and doing parlays and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. I think it's a scam, dude. I think it's all rigged. We have to slow down for everybody else. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, bro. You can't be taking private jets all the time, dude. And just at least don't put it on TikToks, bro. It's making you look bad, dude. What about Montgomery? Ben Worthington. Oh my God, Ben Worthington. You and your Montgomery logistics, bro. You tell me what about it, because obviously you know something I don't know. It's tough when you're taking 80% of a billion industries. Yeah. Maybe one day we could be like Connected Cargo, dude. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. What else we got? Spot rate 2025-6 freight forecast. Analysts predict stabilization now it's mid 2026. Get the hell out of here, bro. We're gonna see how this fourth quarter goes, man. But sometimes when they write this trucking industry news or these predictions, like, dude, I don't even know where to get this shit from, dude. They've been wrong every time they posted something, man. I don't even trust any of this shit no more. Record high operating costs. Yeah, I agree with that. Insurance, tires, debt costs hit all-time high. Squeezing small carriers. Oh, I agree with that one. Green truck and pushback. Carriers split on environmental madness, calling them unrealistic for small fleets. Again, that's another thing that like mega carriers, these big trucking companies, that's why they're pushing for this crap, dude. They're trying to get rid of drivers. I mean, I don't blame them. A lot of drivers be crying, they're little babies and stuff, so that's probably why they want to do it, but we can't do that. We can't. We need to keep the drivers, dude. Trump 2028. I wish, bro. I wouldn't. I can't. I couldn't. Like I couldn't do it. Even if he did try to put some crazy shit, I can't for it, bro. I mean, we have a two-term thing. We got to stick to it, unfortunately, bro. Even though he is doing a lot of stuff I like, there are a few things I don't like, but we can't push him for a third term in a row, dude. We can't do it. Truck recall alerts. New recalls for Kenworth and Peterbilt. Wiring issues causing fire risk. Check your VIN numbers. That sounds important. So for all you guys that love your KWs and your Pete's, man, check your VIN numbers for these recalls. We don't want you guys starting on fire on the road, dude. Labor shortage cooling. The driver shortage narrative easing, turnover dropping as demand slows. That makes no sense. You see another BS article. Now that all these drivers are ELPs and the non-domiciled CDLs, those drivers are getting kicked out. There's going to be more demand for regular drivers. So again, bro, people just talking out their ass on this one. Top fleet rankings. Walmart, Knight, Swift, and XPO remain top U.S. carriers by revenue and fleet size. Sounds about right, man. Knight Swift they're huge, dude. Walmart obviously got their own fleet. I see a bunch of XPO trucks, but how? They don't even have like operating authority. Need to look into that one. ATRIs 2025 industry concerns. I have no idea what ATRIs is. Top 3, economy, fuel costs, and driver compensation still the biggest headaches. Well, economy is the biggest headache for anything. That's obvious. That's a no-brainer. Obviously, if the economy is bad, nothing else is working. So in trucking, so economy should always be the number one priority. If I'm not mistaken. What do you think taxes this year will be? Great taxes? What do you mean, Neto? What do you mean by taxes? I mean this year peak season will be great. I don't want to make predictions. The fourth quarter started tremendous for us. The first 2 weeks, I'm hoping it continues. Like I said, I don't make predictions anymore because after the pandemic, you don't know. Like if anybody's telling you what's going to happen, make a prediction, they're full of shit because they don't know. They don't know what's really going to happen. Well, at least his family has made $3 billion so far this year, so be happy. Who made $3 billion? What is the pull-in rate for scales? What do you mean pull-in rate? Market is unpredictable. Yeah, I agree. The market is unpredictable, 100% for sure. What do we got? No call-ins today, dude? I want to discuss all this subject, dude. Nobody's calling in today. Well, it is kind of early. We just started. What is like? Well, no, it's 13 minutes in already. I'm surprised. But man, I want to get into this ET transport guy for sure, dude. I don't know if you guys see what's going on with this little beef we got going on, but this guy keeps stealing other people's content. Absolutely crazy. Like it's uncalled for. I actually kind of like the guy a little bit. I watched his content for a while, especially like on YouTube. I liked him, but now that I know he steals content, like I don't even want to watch him no more. To unsubscribe and it's not even mess with him. I hope he sees these videos and he realizes how stupid it is, and I hope he's embarrassed of himself for doing that. Especially like being like a bigger trucking company and a bigger content creator, to steal other trucking, like smaller creators' content is absolutely crazy. But like you got a whole team working for you. You got editors, you got people to do your video, you got everything, dude. So why are you stealing other people's content? Just jump on DAT, make some phone calls, dude. Record it, dude. It's not that, it's not rocket science, bro. And it's not like you're wasting your time editing like most of us are. You got people that do that for you. So, dude, don't stop stealing content and just work, bro. Work normally. We can't see the requesting on the screen. Did they ban my request now too? Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, I have no idea how that works, to be honest with you, because I have no idea how that works. I'm not I don't know. Maybe it has to be on for a certain amount of time before they could call in. I don't know. That's a good question. But how did your guys' how you guys doing this week? You guys get a good start to the week or what? I don't want to be on here the only one that got a good start to the first 2 weeks of the fourth quarter. Usually I'm over here complaining about how bad things are. So I don't want to be the only one complaining about how good things are. Obviously, Connected over here is he's going down too a little bit. So usually he's the one bragging about his rips and taking, again, private flights. This week is tremendous. Good, Kazir. That's good, man. Good to hear. Because I mean, it's very important we have a good fourth quarter. Pickled peanuts, good, good. Again, dude, it's super important. Like right now, like we can't take no time off. We gotta bust our ass. We gotta run it hard all the way to Christmas, dude, because then it's gonna be 2 weeks off. Christmas and New Year's is right in the middle of the week, so we're absolutely screwed those 2 weeks, man. There's gonna be like no work time. So we definitely need to take advantage, and I don't care if I have to work 24/7 until Christmas to make sure that we're good for the 2 weeks off, Christmas and New Year's, because that's gonna be huge, dude. It's gonna be huge because we have slow weeks during there. It's gonna be catastrophe for a lot of trucking companies. So hopefully we don't get to that point. And then, so I say again, so you're reading this news like in trucking, freight rates still flat. I mean, I don't see that, man. I see something else. I see a different picture. I wish I had more time and I could go on like Google and start Googleizing this and seeing who's writing this crap. But like, dude, I mean, whoever's writing this crap is just writing stuff just to write at this point, because I don't believe anything they're saying. The same thing with the truck sales decline, because I think people are starting to get smart. People are starting to get smart. They don't want to buy brand new trucks. Rather buy a little bit older truck, put a little bit of money into it, and then you got a good dependable truck, dude. Why put your money into like such a big depreciating asset? Because when you buy a brand new truck, that's when it loses value the fastest. So then once you buy it used, like, yeah, it's gonna lose a little bit because you're gonna put miles on it, but the depreciation is gonna like slow down. You know what I mean? Depends. We are busy through the winter. That's good, man. That's good. Brokers calling on posted trucks. Good sign. Gregor, good, bro. That is good. And then you see a lot of people get on here and they're like, oh, I tell people to post their trucks. And they're like, no, you're crazy. Don't post your trucks. It's stupid. No, it's stupid not to post your trucks, dude. Because even if you get a lot of calls, who cares, bro? Just give them some stupid rates, and then somebody might call you back and give you the stupid rate. There's not that many trucks in the area. Was thinking about you work with the guy. Was thinking about you work with the guy. Hey, us, what do you mean? Work with what guy? If driver wanted to work during holidays, is that a good decision because freight is available? Yeah, dude. Unfortunately for me, dude, like I need to book 5 days a week, dude. Monday through Friday, we have to book. So unfortunately, losing 2 booking days in 1 week, 2 weeks in a row, is going to be the tragedy for us, dude. So that's why I want to make sure that we have a good run. You know what I mean, towards the holiday, and then we could like 2 weeks. We don't have to worry about it as bad. Good factoring company. I don't know, bro. I had a deal with RTS, and then like the comments were so negative that I was just like, man, I can't even do this deal no more, because it was a good deal too. They offered me like, I forgot how much, like 10% of every account as long as they keep it. But so many people have negative responses from them that I was like, man, I can't push that if the people that listen to me are not gonna react good to it. So I didn't take it. But I mean, just do your research, bro. Any factoring company, dude, as long as they're big, like, and you're doing legit normal shit, you're gonna be fine, dude. You're gonna be fine. I still think RTS is a good factoring company. OTR Solutions is a good one. Apex is a good one. The Loves one is decent too, from what I'm understanding. I mean, there's just so many of them, bro. Any of the big companies, as long as your business is on the up and up, you're good. You're good, man. Just pick the one that's gonna give you the best rate and that has a good reputation, bro. That's all that matters. I asked for broker transparency today. Why, dude? Those videos, I made those videos like not using a real MC and stuff, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's funny. It's funny. I hope you didn't use a real MC, but I had a disclaimer on there as well that I'm not for broker transparency, but I think it's hilarious. Next time, record it and post it. We want to see that shit. Port Jarvis, I am bringing your truck or use. Port Jarvis, I am bringing your truck. Cooksy, I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. I always post my truck, Kylie. Yeah, good. You should, especially if you're in good areas, man. Post your truck, because a lot of times the brokers want to like look at the truck, vet the carrier before they call them. You know what I mean? And then just if there's some shitty brokers call you, just don't even quote them, dude. But if you're in a good area, you should always post your truck, no matter what. What's your advice? Better off buy a used or buy brand new? I think used, man. Honestly, used. Because if you buy a brand new truck, you're gonna pay like so much money for it, and it's gonna depreciate right away fast. You know what I mean? If you buy like a 2-3 year old truck, decent mileage on it, like, yeah, it might like you know what I'm saying, go down in value a little bit, but you're still gonna be like, way better off than buying a brand new one. Michael Taft's RTS Basic Block. Never heard of Basic Block. Taft's is decent. RTS, even though people hate it, I still think they're good. Used is better. Cummins engine. Used is better. Detroit engine. Apex a good one, yo. Taft is good. If you guys, I'm telling you, you guys can get a better rate than that 2.99, man. You guys gotta. That's one thing in trucking. Most of you guys don't do good is negotiate. I like to negotiate anywhere I go. I mean, besides if I go like the Macy's or whatever, obviously I'm not gonna negotiate. But sometimes my wife gets pissed because I always like to negotiate, dude, or like ask for stuff. I don't know, just in my blood, bro. I just like to throw offers out there. I shut down drone, and then I know you could get a better rate as well because when I worked out the deal with RTS, they were offering 2.99 for new people, and I got it down to like I think like either 2 or 2.5 for anybody that would sign up with my promo code. But again, I didn't take the deal. I didn't do it because people didn't respond well. So you could definitely negotiate. I'm telling you, man, negotiate your rate. I shut down drone day before Christmas and start back up on Monday after New Year's. What is drone day? What is drone day? Sorry, family. I don't know what deal, Joni. Please reply to me. RTS is good if you have a good agent. I got a Polish chick from Chicago, A1 service. That's right, dude. Popolsku, bro. You gotta stick with the Polish people that are gonna help each other out, dude. Or screw each other over super bad. I've seen both situations. STG got a factoring company. TBS is okay. TBS is decent. Sean CH, hello, how's it going? Wait, posted where? On TikToks, dude. Lovely list on TikToks. Record yourself asking for it. If you're gonna do it, might as well take advantage of it. Post it up, dude. Let's get a whole trend of people calling in and asking for broker transparency. What it got to do with it, Bobby? What it got to do? What's what got to do with it? Redbeard, sorry, I missed that one, dude. Come on, Redbeard, jump on here, bro. Let's talk about insurance, bro. I don't want to be yapping by myself. It's kind of boring, dude. I don't know. How the hell do I vote in here? Multi-guess, hold on. Let's get my Polish correspondent in here. Let's get Redbeard in here. I don't want to. This is boring by myself here. Redbeard, invite. Greg, invite. I send you guys invites, bro. Get in here, dude. Talk to me, man. I don't want to be bored out of my mind. Oh my god, why should
What's up?
What's up, dude? Redbeard offering 50% off insurance policies for anybody that
get out of here.
joins with promo code ET Transport. Right?
That would be perfect. I'm ready. I've got my video editing right now ready for ET Transport.
Do you really?
My question to you is though, what made you drop out with RTS just because a couple whiny babies in the comment section?
Dude, it wasn't a couple, it was a lot, bro. It was a lot. And like there was a few things that I didn't find fair that they did. So I was just like, man, like
Did to you or did to other people?
To other people. And
so what I'm always curious about, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, like if you don't feel comfortable partnering with somebody, that's fine at all. But like on my side of things, right? Like people have complaints about Progressive, people have complaints about Geico. Every insurance company that I've ever worked with, somebody's gonna have a complaint with. And numerous people come out and say that they're terrible, they do this, they do that. But I just kind of feel like, it is what it is, and
yeah,
there's
but
gonna be companies that do.
if my complaint ratio was like over 30%, bro, I don't want to put my name on something that people are gonna hate. You know what I mean?
I don't blame you.
Yeah, because there wasn't a lot of shit I put my name on. Like I only did a couple. Like because people hit me up all the time. I turn shit down all the time. Because if I'm gonna put my name on something, I want to make sure that. I mean, I'm out for like screwing the big guy and all that kind of stuff. I'm cool with that kind of shit. But when it comes to like my trucking channel, I really want to be here to like to help people.
You need to be screwing ET Transport.
Fuck ET Transport, dude. Roman got some smoke. You can find me right here, dude.
I request him. Request him to join.
Bro, because that's some dude. I actually enjoyed his content before too, dude. I was like, oh, look at this guy. He's putting out nice, quality content. And
you gotta get the Chanel glasses because he's got the Gucci's.
Yeah, that's now because I really went hard watching his videos because I was looking for those clips to make my video. I was like, dude, what is this guy doing, bro? Wearing those glasses, dude? Oh my goodness.
Well, you said you found comments from other people saying the same thing, right? That he stole content from them.
Yeah, dude, if you go and read it, a lot of people said it, dude. Like, they brought up that Sergio kid that does the whatever the phone call. Yeah, him, and then that I don't know if she's Polish or Russian or Ukrainian, like that dispatch lady.
Ukrainian, I think.
Yeah.
No, she might be Russian. I know who you're talking about. I follow her.
They're actually, I think she works at Interland, if I'm not mistaken, dude. It's actually a big company out here. I think
she's a very strong accent.
Yeah, she does, dude. Hey, McCown, what's up, dude? Jump on, bro. Let's talk about this 3% cap on fucking brokers, dude. Scumbag ass brokers. But yeah, dude.
It's
So
3% on brokers, 1% on dispatchers, right? Wasn't that what you
3%,
were
3% for
going
everybody,
for?
bro. 3% for
Across the board.
everybody. How do I get this guy in here? But yeah, dude, 3% brokers, 3% dispatchers, 3% trucking companies, dude. What's up? You on here, dude?
In a perfect world, right?
We're just capping everybody, bro. Everybody's gonna make nothing, and that's it.
What about those elephant tips?
Oh Jesus!
Why did the lady get so offended, bro? It's trucking, dude.
I don't know. I thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny too, dude. Especially the gay joke. That was funny. Oh boy, here we
Oh,
go.
man.
Canceled. Getting canceled.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, she got pretty upset. I was like, lady, this is a trucking.
Was she
cab.
really upset, or was she just jacking
I
around?
don't even know who
No, I'm
she
pretty
is.
sure she was upset.
But yes.
Oh, well,
We
didn't
we
mean to
don't leak
offend
the
anybody,
Illuminati
but-
chats. We don't leak the Illuminati chats.
Well, they don't know.
You know what?
You just leaked it. They didn't even know what we were talking about until you just mentioned it. But that's fucked up, man. How could you offend that poor lady, bro? You're an asshole.
Well, I didn't want to.
I think it was the lipstick one that got her offended.
Dude, usually like it takes
Yeah,
me.
that one is
Usually it
hilarious.
takes me a second to get a joke, but I got that one right away.
Her lipstick. That's a good one. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm at a little girl's soccer practice, so I had to walk away before I could start talking about that.
Oh, well, how old is she?
They're 9-year-olds.
Oh, okay. Damn, I had my kid in soccer, bro. He has like some kind of like breathing problems. We had to take him out. I'm so pissed, dude. I actually enjoyed doing that soccer stuff.
So that video you just did of that dude, who is that guy? I'm kind of out of the loop on that. What was he
Canadian.
stealing? Yeah, what was he stealing?
Oh, Jose's content.
Jose's content.
Oh, I was watching him earlier today. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, but he literally just straight took
you're
his
Canadian.
conversation from Jose's video and just like act like he's the one who made the phone call.
Well, he didn't even just act like it.
really?
In
Wow,
the
yeah.
caption, it said, "Check out this call that we took today."
That's great.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely just stole that shit, dude. Like, which is absolutely wild. But what are you gonna do, dude? I mean, and then once they told me he's stealing like that Sergio kid and that Russian, Ukrainian, Polish, whatever she is, lady, I was like, damn, bro, that's wild, dude. That's wild.
We need to track down those videos and make another video with all of it together.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot of work, dude. That's a lot of work. If somebody just, like, dude, I literally spent so much time this weekend just trying to get. And the messed up part is, like, he used "Hey Bob" a lot in his videos,
Yeah, I saw that.
which made it perfect, bro. Made it perfect.
I'm gonna have to use AI to change that to like, "Hey, Redbeard."
You could do that. Oh yeah, you probably could. I didn't even think about that.
You guys have seen that TikTok channel Trump Beats, right? Where that guy takes all his speeches and does rap songs.
I think I've
Like, it's
heard
like
some of
Trump.
them.
Oh, dude, they're awesome, man. If you could do that, I don't know what they probably use. I don't know how they cut all that together, but they're
I saw
badass.
today. I got flooded with the Martin Luther King Jr. AI edits.
Oh, those are terrible, dude.
I don't know, but everybody needs to start going after this guy, dude, because we can't allow this to happen, dude. Honestly, that's not cool. Like,
What?
dude, Jose's been busting his ass, dude. Like,
Did you see Anik's video on him?
I did because they tagged me in it. I'm just not a fan
No.
of
Well,
that
so
lady.
Anik didn't do a video about stealing the content. She did a video about
Yeah, about his
their,
MC.
Yeah, about the MC, and apparently there's all sorts of issues.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like. Listen, man, I'm not an angel when it comes to trucking. So like, I'm not gonna sit there and like.
Yeah,
you know,
we know how you do with double brokers.
oh my god, triple brokers, bro. Get it right, bro.
Oh, sorry.
I don't touch it unless
Quadruple.
it's at least triple broker, bro.
Did you hear about the tequila that just got stolen?
No.
Oh, dude, it's like $1 million worth of tequila.
2
Bob,
truckloads.
what's
From
his
where?
name? From Mexico. Guy Fieri.
The guy with the cooking show. Yeah.
He stole
Yeah,
it.
Guy Fieri.
Or it's
Yeah,
his
so from what I've heard was there was a truckload that came from Mexico into Texas, and then it was supposed to be 2 trucks leaving Texas going up to Pennsylvania. But instead of going up to Pennsylvania, somebody double brokered it, gave it to 2 other trucks. Those 2 other trucks went to California. They hijacked the ELD, either the ELD or the whatever tracking system they were using to make it look like it was being tracked going to Pennsylvania, but it actually ended up in California.
Hell yeah, but that's one problem right there, bro. That's ATF, bro. They're gonna crack down on that shit.
Well, the issue is it's on 60 Minutes now, and I mean, every time the news gets a hold of this shit, trucking goes to shit for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I don't think they can't go to shit right now. It's fourth quarter, bro. That's not a time to be. I don't think
Well, I'll
they
say
can
the
be holding
drama
back.
goes to shit, not the industry.
The what?
Like that Florida U-turn situation, that thing blew up for
Oh.
like a month on the news.
Bro, trucking's like the fucking popular kid in high school right now, dude. Dude, I've never seen so much coverage about trucking in my life, dude.
How did they find out that tequila ended up in California?
There's
That
a big
I
party
don't
going
know.
on.
'Cause that's where all the stolen shit goes.
LA's
Is
on fire
California.
again.
But
Well, I
Guy
don't
Fieri
know,
said
did-
that they had to lay people off because of it, because this is supposed to be their big
Hey,
quarter or whatever.
Kylie, I gotta mute you, man, because your background is just it's super loud, dude. If you want to call back when you don't have a background, please do that. But your background's way too loud. What were you saying?
I said Guy Fieri came out and said that he had to lay people off. I don't know how many it was, but because this is supposed to be their big quarter leading into the holidays, and they don't have the tequila anymore to stock the shelves.
Yeah, absolutely crazy, bro. Because I guarantee you, it's got something to do with Armenians, bro. These guys are nuts, dude. They be taking everything, dude. You didn't see that whole Amazon bust and shit they did?
No.
Yeah, California, what, like it was like 2 Armenian crime families. Dude,
Oh,
it
no,
was
I did see
wild.
that.
Yeah. But they're out there just robbing everything, dude.
I mean, they got away with a much better steal than those guys that got the cartons of eggs in Maine or whatever it was a few months ago.
That ain't nothing. You guys hear about that kid on the news yesterday?
What
It's
kid
gonna
on
be.
these?
I don't know if I trust what you're about to say.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, he was born without eyelids.
Ah, see.
Damn, why you gotta go fake news, bro? We're over here like talking about serious
No,
trucking
for real,
subjects.
when they interviewed the doctor, he said they had to use his foreskin to make eyelids for him.
Oh my goodness.
Said he was going to be cockeyed.
And restricted, just like that. No, I'm sure. Yeah.
Bobby, you did this to yourself.
That's all right, bro. It's a lot. It was used to be a lot worse, bro. It got super cleaned up recently.
Yeah, where's Happy?
He actually hit me up, dude. He called me or texted me texted me and then called me or something like that. So he's around. He's not
You're
mad
gonna have
no
to start
more.
making trading cards with all the characters that join your lives.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Redbeard,
You gotta collect them all.
what is your niche, man? What are you, driver, carrier, broker? Just what do you got going on?
Trucking insurance.
Trucking insurance. Oh, Cap, you guys.
Oh, don't you start.
Yeah.
Don't start that shit. You don't
Dude,
even, hey,
what's
you're a
happening
company
to
driver. You
everybody,
don't even
bro?
pay me. You don't even pay me. Don't start that shit.
We
Hey
are
man, it all trickles downhill. Shit runs downhill, and I'm catching it all at the bottom. It's terrible.
like
And
we
that
need
just
to
means
cap the
your
drivers, bro.
owner-
We need to cap
Yeah,
the
your
drivers like
authority owner's got
25
shit
cents.
Insurance.
What happened?
I was saying if the shit's rolling downhill to him, that just means his authority owner has shit insurance. That's not my fault.
Yeah, dude. Call Redbeard.
Well,
He'll get
maybe
you better
I'll
insurance.
get your number. We'll see if I can get a better rate.
But the Redbeard doesn't do no.
I'm not doing no
I don't know.
3%.
Well, I don't think I was going to cap the insurance guys at 3%.
No, I'm at
No, we
insurance
have
already
to.
at
I'm trying to get a hit
10%.
put out on me.
No,
Hey,
bro,
the
everything
insurance-
trucking 3%, McGon. You can't just
No.
cap the brokers, dude.
that shit outta here.
clarify. Let me. Can I clarify something?
No, you can't
When I
clarify
say
it.
3%,
No, we're going with it.
All these are just.
No,
all
we're
these are
agreeing with,
negotiating
bro.
points.
We're on your team, bro. 3% for everybody, bro.
Hey, $10 a mile.
Dude, 3% for the
Yeah.
truck drivers, whatever they're making out. 3% of that. 3% for brokers. 3% for carriers. 3% for the
That
insurance
don't
brokers.
work, man. That's going the wrong way.
Hey, 3% for the lot lizard.
Dude, everything 3%, bro. That's it. If we're gonna do it fair, we're doing it fair across the whole board, bro.
That's not fair. Listen,
That's
all
fair.
I'm trying to say is there needs to be a cap to keep dishonest from being able to take 60-70% of a load. Are we agreeing on that?
No.
Maybe 3% ain't the number. Maybe not. I'm not the guy to decide that. But everybody that I've talked to is like, yeah, it's fucked up for somebody to take 60-70% of a load, right? Do you agree with that?
It's only
Depends.
fucked up for the carrier that takes it.
Well, not really. It could be, dude.
Yeah.
What if the
It's
broker
like-
got a huge
You know,
rate in
that's
it?
like Rob.
Hey, McDonald, you're gonna have to call us back, bro, because people are complaining about your background noise. You're gonna have to call us back once you don't have noise, all right? Please.
You talking about me?
Yeah. You have to call us back when there's no noise because people are complaining about it. All right, there you go. That sounds better.
Bobby's a man for the people. As soon as his comments complain, he makes an adjustment.
Well, it's just because it sounds like shit, dude, and people don't want to listen, and people get off the
No, I
live.
agree.
You know what I mean? Because we went from like 80 to 43 real quick because the background noise was super bad. We gotta maybe we need to get them 3% on a new headset, bro. Maybe like a noise canceling one. Oh, you know who did sponsor me one time? Blue Parrot, bro. So let me see. He's getting back on. Let me see something. Yo,
Is that better?
no. I think, are you in your truck driving?
I'm in my truck driving.
He's always driving.
That's all I ever do is driving.
Yeah, it's still too much background noise, bro. I'm sorry, dude.
All right, man. I'll catch up with you guys later.
All right, if you pull over somewhere, call us back.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. All right. Blue Parrot, bro. Blue Parrot. That's that promo code. I think it was like Bobby Lowe's or Bobby Lowe's 20. Some shit like that. I don't even get paid from that no more. So never mind. Don't buy it. I take it back. But okay, we're back now. You see, like,
McCown's one of those guys that like you can't hate. Like the only time you can hate it is when you see the 3%. But then as soon as you talk to him, he's such a nice guy.
no, stupid. That's what I told him too, bro. I'm like, listen, I don't agree with shit you say, but I mean, I'm not gonna hate you for it. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. He seemed like a very nice guy. I'm even followed him. So, yeah, he seems nice. I don't got no problem. Like, I don't mind having conversations with people and disagreeing with people and like having like a back and forth banter. I have no problem with that. It's just once you start getting crazy, is that when
We
that's
need
when I'm
to,
like,
we need to get Leander on here,
who the fuck is Leander?
the pontificator.
Oh no, we can't do that. Damn,
Hello?
bro.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
loud.
it's even
I
worse,
got
bro.
my I got my Blue Parrot on.
Yeah, it's even
Is that
worse
better?
right now, dude. Dude,
Oh well, fuck.
you just
Well, hang up on me then. Shit.
you just made my commercial for Blue Parrot even worse, bro. I was over here saying to buy it, and it sounds worse. So I guess don't buy a Blue Parrot. Oh, dude. All right, what were you saying? That guy. I just like I judge people like if I would hang out with them in real life, and just watching this video, there's no way in my life I'd ever hang out with that guy. Like, so, like, I don't know. And I think, McGowan, if you're still listening, I really think you should, like, you personally, you definitely should start making other content just besides that 3% or what's this shit called? AFIRDA? What is it?
AFTRA.
AFTRA. Just make some other content too, bro, because you have some good content in you, bro. I see it, dude. So, I mean, still, you want to throw your 3% shit in there, still throw it in there, but make some normal content too, bro. Because once you guys get denied all your like demands, and you can't keep talking about it once, you know what I mean? Once you get denied.
Well, I was curious about that, and it sucks he's not on here right now to answer. But he was always talking about how they need 100,000 signatures in 30 days. After that 30 days, is it just a rolling 30 days, and every 30 days we're shooting for 100,000 again?
That would be a good question for him, but since his background noise and his shitty Blue Parrot
I'm pretty
headset,
sure that's the case. He can comment in here if he's still in here. But yeah, he says stay tuned. But I'm pretty sure that's the case. Every month, basically, he has to try again to get to the 100K, and it's a whole lot of effort for month after month after month to try and hit 100K.
yeah,
I
but
think they were at like 5K or 6K last time I checked.
but like after failing for a few months, wouldn't you be like, oh, okay, maybe like this is not good? But okay,
I mean, I would.
but say you
but-
do get the 100K, then what? What happens?
Supposedly, then it actually gets in front of. He says in front of the president or on the president's desk. I don't think it's officially on his desk, but it gets pushed to whatever level in the government is able to review a petition. I don't know. I've never done a petition to try and go to the government
McCown said nothing.
other than like local.
Nothing
I'll do it. I'll get a petition to try and get my driveway or my alleyway fixed in my neighborhood.
Oh,
That's
dude,
about
we had a flooding issue in my backyard because they did some shit. There was like no runoff or something like that, dude. I had to like email the town like so many times, but they finally came out and did it like after like 6
Oh yeah,
years.
what town is that?
Dyer, Indiana.
No, I didn't think you were gonna say it.
I'm doing my information is public, bro. If you're looking for me, you'll find me. Just don't come to my house and my wife will PPU.
Just don't ask for the MC.
PPU. Like the bottles that you nasty ass truck
Yeah,
drivers throw
don't
out.
ask for the MC and don't ask how Bobby gets paid and what he does for a living.
I do trucking, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know?
Yeah, like imports and exports.
That's right, man. Garbage services. And,
Refuse.
in the sanitation business. No, I just don't want to get my work involved, dude. With like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty good where I'm at. I'm not really trying to get like any new customers or anything like that. Like from like, well, I don't know, customers would be good, I guess. Maybe I should. Let me think about this, dude. Maybe I
You
should.
gotta be strategic.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about using my other account though for the ET transport. video.
Stop being a pussy and just use your regular account, dude. What the fuck?
My other account has more followers.
Oh, okay. Oh, the
It's
hotshot
100.
one?
Yeah, it was Hot Shot. Now it's trucking in general. But yeah, it's got 107,000, so I figure that might get it a little bit more movement.
Do you even post on that whatsoever or no?
I post it occasionally. I need to get my algorithm back up.
Yeah. Yeah, the algorithm's a bitch, bro. Because once you start like posting other stuff, then it kind of messes you up on your on everything. Like I wish I could start doing other content, but I can't. I'm stuck in trucking only, dude.
Dude, I posted that video of the guy switching his DOT on his truck a couple days
Damn, why you
ago.
snitching, bro?
Well, it got like 30 views.
Oh,
But then I
that's all.
posted some random video of me laughing, and it was a few hundred views. And I'm just sitting there like, that doesn't make much
See,
sense.
God's punishing you
And then
for snitching.
I talk about the super single tire, and all of a sudden the whole trucking community comes out, and it's got thousands of views with people complaining about super single tires.
Wait, you made a single what super tire
Definitely
video?
see a lot less of super singles now.
Why? Because
Yeah.
Rugby changed. You now you hate it on a super single industry, and now you're
No,
bringing
because
them
when
down?
they blow, apparently they damage the actual the rim, sometimes the trailer.
Mm. Oh shit.
That's according to my comment section.
Why am I mine? Oh shit, she did call me. My bad. I didn't even see you called me. But even if I did see, I wouldn't have answered you, right? Apologize for that. But yeah. But so I don't know, but like yes, McGowan, start making other content, bro. Like just other stuff, dude. Like you seem like a funny guy, dude. So I bet you can make some funny content. Make a content about ET transport. And then,
Truckers United went to his congressman the other day. Did you see that?
who did?
Truckers United, the guy that keeps going to DC.
Oh,
He's in the Illuminati.
I think he just likes going to Washington D.C. for some reason. Then.
Well, he's from Nevada, and he went to his, what do you say, senior congressman, junior congressman, and then somebody else, and went to their office to tell them what the truckers need.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, whatever, to each his own, bro. If they enjoy doing that content, I mean, I guess just keep doing it. But
Dude, I don't even know where to freaking find my congressman.
yeah, I don't know who my congressman is either, to be honest with you. Never really looked into it that deep. But then what happens if the Congress? But then what's he doing in Washington? Oh, yeah, because this congressman's in Washington D.C. I guess. Right?
No. His congressman's in Nevada. He goes to Washington D.C. to talk to the president.
Well, but I thought like the Congress people get. I mean, it shows how much little I know. But I thought the congressmen
they're
get
in
voted in
session,
your state, and then they go
They're
to
in session for a while in D.C., but they don't actually stay in D.C. permanently.
Yeah. So I guess. I don't know, bro. I mean, I don't know. Just keep making it. But don't, like I said, man, the only thing about that content is like you're gonna get denied all the shit you're asking for, and then what are you gonna make content about? Like everybody's gonna get sick of it. You know what I mean?
Why is Blue Ribbon in here laughing at us?
Oh, because I think they're attacking him now, dude. Right? I don't know.
Yeah, from that live that he had the other day.
Well, I don't even know what that, I totally forgot about. I wanted to jump in and check it out, but I didn't even know what the hell was it about even.
It was about McCone, about AFTRA.
Oh, is that why he keeps on thanking him for he gets another 500 petitions signed or something like that?
Something like that, yeah. He had Blue Ribbon had a I guess it was somebody that was, I don't know if they're a lawyer or involved with the Constitution. I don't know how. I didn't hear that part of it, but she like broke down AFTRA and how it's unconstitutional and how it doesn't work. And
wait, what doesn't work? You said, sorry, man. So
AFTRA, AFFTRA, the petition he's trying to get signed.
Oh, I can tell you how it doesn't work. I can tell you right away, dude. I'm not even a Congress.
Yeah, but you're not some person that knows the Constitution in and out. All right, and you weren't on Blue Ribbon's podcast.
Bro, I got ChatGPT, dude, and Blue Ribbon's on this podcast right now. Hello, sir. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh shit! What up, Chris?
Hey, what's going on?
So how'd that podcast go?
Well, it went well. She had some technical difficulties, and so she was audio only. But all she did was break down how, and I saw him comment there a minute ago that Obama did this "We the People" thing, where if you got petitions signed, you could get it in front of Congress, and then the Biden administration did away with it. If you remember back when Obama said he had a phone and a pen and he was going to get everything done, right? Because he's magical superpowers.
It is with AutoPen, right?
Right. So that's where the petition came from. But what she did was kind of break it down from a level. The very first McCown video I saw was, and I stitched it, "Mr. President, we need you. We need you." I'm like, I don't need him. I don't need him for nothing. Right. And so this has all been about, well, we got to get to the president. He's got to create this agency. And she broke down how that's not how the constitutional system worked. She was just going through and saying, well, if you want to do something like this, you got to get your senator, you got to get a bill sponsored. The whole thing about getting this done is not going to go through executive order. And we didn't talk about the economic consequences, of which there would be many if you essentially doubled freight rates overnight. I mean, I looked at my loads that I've billed for last week. We're at $5.19 a mile average over our 8 trucks.
Over 8 trucks,
So
over $5 average.
yeah,
But is that
so
before your Landstar deductions or?
that's the gross, because
Okay.
we're about 73% with trucks and trailers, right?
Mhm.
But the check that the customers write was for $5.19, right? Now 2 of those loads were oversized, so we're going to have some permits and pilot cars. We'll bring it down a little bit.
And what's your drive-in and flatbed ratio like?
I'm 6 flats and 1 van.
Okay, so
I got one
so
door
mostly
swinger
flat
left.
then. Okay, so that average
Yeah.
sounds okay. Because I thought you were saying
Yeah.
drivers. I'm like, damn, bro, I'm about to put my trucks with Landstar.
But it's like, what's going to happen if I'm already at 5? Where do you going to send me to 10? Like, that's, and then when I first jumped on here, here's my big question. I'd love to see one piece of documentation, not my buddies, brothers, friends, girlfriends, cousins said, trust me, bro, one piece of documentation that shows that a broker got a 65% commission. Because that would be the golden ticket. That would be the
you wouldn't
most
keep customers like
valuable
that,
piece of
man. If a
paper on the
customer
planet.
finds out you're scamming them 65%, he wouldn't keep doing business with you.
Exactly. That's the big problem with
And
the
then
whole.
what I don't understand about the $5 per mile is like you're saying, it's like, okay, so
Hey,
say,
how you doing, sir?
Dexter, what's up? Hold on 1 second. So say you get this $5 a mile. Damn, Dexter, your background, bro. Your background.
Oh,
So say you get this $5 per mile, and then like say, okay, they're starting to pay truck drivers $5 per mile. So many trucks are going to get into the industry that, okay, you're going to be getting paid $5 per mile. Uh-oh, I got bunny ears. But then like, but then let's say there's you're in a market, right? And there's 10 loads and 1,000 trucks. Only 10 of those trucks are getting a load $5 per mile, and then they're going to be going not where they want to go, but where they have to go because that's where the load's going. So how would that make sense later? Like it won't. Like it's going to actually damage people and hurt them, not help them.
Well, I got a question too. The two of y'all have more experience with this than I do, but we're already dealing with double broker and we're dealing with all sorts of shit right now. This process, let's assume it were to, magically go through. I don't think it does anything for double brokering other than increase the possibility for it going under the radar to get under that $5 a mile and have those illegal loads hauled for cheaper.
But you won't
and
be
just
able to.
nobody
There's a
knows about
minimum. Like that's the problem. So if
You
there's-
say that, yeah, but dude, there's laws right now that are being broken in trucking.
no,
Just
I
because
get
it's a
what you're
minimum
saying,
doesn't mean
but-
that it's gonna.
But it's just okay. Basically, we could sit here. We could find a million fucking reasons why it's not going to work. It's just not going to work.
That's the point of your live, Bobby, is for us to dissect this thing. Come on.
Okay, but like, dude, it's just not going to work. You have backhaul states, right? You have like states that are shitty. Like, dude, you have shippers and customers that are small. They can't afford $5 per mile. I mean, there's so many different things like that that just doesn't make sense. That it's not. There's no way. And then then you want to break down the 3% cap on brokers. Like, dude, like 3% cap on any broker that has like overhead that won't even cover their bills or their overhead. Like, how do you expect to make like so like they're thinking like if a broker gets like $5,000 for a load, I think they're thinking 3% of that. But if the broker sells that load for $4,900, there's only a $100 profit. So now you're saying that broker's only entitled to $3 of that $100? Like none of this makes sense.
Well, the one person that gets left out of this conversation is the customer. Like the market, we're all mad because of inflation from the STEMI checks from 2020. We're all mad because of inflation and the price of eggs and groceries. What the hell's going to happen to the price of groceries if you double the freight rates overnight?
It's gonna go
Like
bananas.
you don't get to keep the same consumer spending level and then double the freight rates and there not be economic consequences to that. And it's like, it's just stupid thing on top of stupid thing. Back in 2020, I was screaming, please guys, stop this, the stimulus check thing, the CARES or whatever the stupid act was. This is going to have consequences. Consequences showed up and they're going, I can't believe there's consequences. Well, of course there were consequences. You can't do stuff like that and there not be consequences. It's basic economics 101.
And it doesn't matter. I forgot who
free
said it.
enterprise, sir. The market will hold what it can bear.
Yep.
It's always done that. So it held that. It held now. Now the best thing you can do is get is regulate a little more. Like a week ago, U.S. Transportation Secretary Duffy banned all non-domicile CDLs. Right. Well, what does that mean? It means you can't go and get a new one. These foreign drivers. So it's just a matter of time. So give it like 3 to 6 months to shake out, and we'll have way more openings. Drop more drivers, more American drivers. Legal drivers will be in, and then boom, the freight rates will go up. It's not an overnight fix.
Yeah, Jesse
Can I address
Gomez.
this comment? Why can't brokers
That's what I was just
suffer?
about to do. Yeah, go ahead.
Why can't brokers suffer like trucking business? I'm not suffering. But because we know how to run a business.
Yeah,
We know
I
how
also
to
know
put the
brokers
best-
that do suffer.
Yeah, but they're acting like brokers don't suffer, dude. Like, what are you talking
Right.
about? Like, this is the crazy part. Like, in all honesty, like in my opinion, like nobody should really even have an opinion they could voice out loud unless you understand the aspect of the industry or business that you're complaining about. Like, do you have any
You
experience?
don't
in-
like it when they say brokers just sit behind a computer and make money all day?
So do dispatchers. Like, you know, so whose fault is that? Like, but whose fault is it? Why didn't you become a freight broker? Then you would have seen what you're saying is just crazy talk. You know what I mean? Like if it was so easy, everybody and their mama would be doing it, and everybody would be rich, right? But obviously that's not the case. So
It's
You
the-
need truckers, you need brokers, you need customers. Like everybody's got to get along and work together, man.
yeah, exactly. But like people think that you become a freight broker, and you don't even need a license for it. You just become a freight broker, and you
Hey,
automatically
you
become
need
rich.
insurance agents too.
Yeah, you do. Okay, but okay.
There-
So if you
There's
okay,
a
for-
number of people you need in this industry, man.
Hold on, Redbeard. So if
Service
you weren't
reps,
getting
everything.
leads and closing people, you would be making no money, right?
Telling me, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So same thing with a freight broker. If a freight broker is not busting his ass every day looking for customers, following leads up, closing the customers, then they're not getting money either, dude. It's like a high.
A lot of drivers don't understand their own companies have a logistics side, and those are all brokers. They do the same thing you do, sir, all day long.
Yeah, they're sales
Like
guys.
my
inside your
company
trucking
has that.
company,
It's called
exactly.
Logistics Inc. And when we're slow on our regular, what you consider customer, we go to them and they broker stuff out that they put on the DAT load board, all these apps, and we get it. So everybody's been doing this since like what, around about 2010ish. I first started noticing all this, and then bam, everybody's into it now.
It was even way before
So-
2010. I can tell you that for sure. That show's going on when I started.
Oh, I mean,
trucking.
there's certain companies. I mean, Schneider Logistics been doing this over 50 years. Just I've been going to one particular customer in Detroit for like 22 years, and Schneider's had a stranglehold on it the whole time. So like I say, it just depends. But like every little carrier is getting into it. So to say we don't need brokers, that's nuts, because that's like a good 50% of these companies' revenues right now.
So say you're working at a big trucking company, right? And they got a customer guy, like they got a sales guy, right? So this sales guy goes out and finds customers for their trucks for the trucking company. Now they're not even aware that sales guy, he gets a percentage or whatever the deal is, or per load or whatever from the company. So technically, like you're literally getting freight brokered in your own company before you get the load, even if you're an owner up in that company. So somebody has to get paid a little chunk for their services for finding this freight for you, and then you guys get paid out the rest. So like they don't even understand that it's happening like right at their company. You know what I mean? And then complaining about freight
Well,
brokers.
we talked
Yeah,
about the
exactly.
tequila
And they're more
getting
brokers
stolen.
than ever now.
We talked about the tequila getting stolen earlier. A lot of people also think that brokers are free of insurance claims and being sued for cargo and liability.
They're not.
And that's not the case. Brokers absolutely do get charged for it, do get dealt with the insurance claims. That's the point of brokers even having contingent cargo to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. And then
There
Why
is
do you think
risk
the insurance
involved.
is so high, man? Why do you think the insurance rates are so high? There's more cargo theft and stolen loads than ever before.
Yeah.
yeah, it's absolutely crazy, dude.
I mean, they estimated retail theft alone's $100 billion a year in this country. That's like an all-time high. I mean, that's why they're taking all the self-checkouts out of Walmart. Target's gotten almost all of them out now. Costco's the only one that ever checks a receipt. I can walk in and out of any Walmart in the town I'm in right now, partying all night long, and they won't even check my receipt.
do you think all
But
that
they have a door
combines
greeter standing
into like all of our insurance, or do you think it's like,
Of course it does, because it's all part of the industry.
or do you think like trucking is separate, and then those insurance companies that do like Walmart
They
insurance?
claim it is. I'll tell you from an insurance standpoint, they claim it's separate.
Mhm.
But you got to think when you're a big conglomerate and you're losing money out the ass on homeowners insurance, but you're still being like State Farm, for instance. They're not in trucking, but they're being required to stay in California, with the shit fires that are going on and losing their ass and homeowners insurance, well, that's directly going to affect the State Farm auto insurance in Maine, just because they got to make up for those losses, and they can't make up for those losses
It's a
in
nationwide
California.
company, not a regional. It's
Yeah.
nationwide, not regional, and they bundle your home, your house, and your internet. So yeah, they're all doing the same thing. I mean, there've been reports all year coming out since the summer that our insurance rates are going to go up at least 50% come January 1st when everybody gets renewed. State Farm's also gone to California and said we've got to hike this 40%. They had to have state hearings about it. You
Well, I
can
think they
Google
tried
all this.
getting out
They
of
they did
Florida
that.
too, right?
Yeah, Florida shit right now from the hurricanes too.
No, I'm saying like
Texas
State
is
Farm
crap
tried
from the
getting
ice
out, I
storms.
believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then the government like forced them to stay, right?
Texas is still dealing with the ice fallout from 2021. There are people that still haven't paid their electric bill back then.
Yeah,
So
Bobby, to
yeah,
your
this
point,
drags out for years. So there you go.
State Farm kind of bit themselves in the ass for, in my opinion, for their prevalence with their advertisements. They become like the big name for homeowners insurance pretty much across the nation with all their advertisements. And so what's happened is some of these other insurance companies kind of snuck out from California and from Florida before shit hit the fan. And State Farm was left, just
With all
State
the
Farm and like 2
customers.
or 3 other companies. And because State Farm was left there, the government got involved. They filed, like you were talking a minute ago, they filed with the Department of Insurance actually before the fires hit this last couple of years, trying to raise it by 40%. Department of Insurance capped them, declined it, and required that they keep insuring them even through non-renewal, which means even when they wanted to cancel for non-payment or for not having enough premium, they were required to keep that insurance through the fires and then had to pay out the claims afterwards. So not only were they not being paid for the premiums, but they were having to pay for the claims afterwards. And then reinsurance companies are bailing out of California as well. And if y'all don't know anything about reinsurance, it's basically the insurance company that pays the insurance company when the insurance company pays claims. It's like the backup plan, essentially, so State Farm can stay afloat. And all that went to shit. So then you have the California Fair Plan that came into act, which is a government-ran insurance, essentially, but they only have a certain cap. And that when that fair plan runs out of money, there's no money left. So then the government tries to go back to State Farm, and then State Farm has to subsidize. It's all fucking a nightmare.
It's a big Ponzi
But yes,
scheme,
it
it
hits
sounds like.
trucking.
Because they were
That
But
specifically might not hit
State
trucking,
Farm
but
also declined a record number of requests as well in California, and that's the whole reason why they wound up in court.
well that's also you have
Because
that in
now the
trucking
government's
too,
trying
all
to
the
say
time.
what is insurance and not. And the other thing is, because of the soaring cost of market goods to actually build your house, the house basically doubled overnight in value, and you got, say, $1 million payout for a $2 million house. So now you got to bite that.
Well,
So
whose
it's
fault is
so-called
that?
real
The-
estate
for
millionaires
not
are not
reporting
really
it?
millionaires.
But is it the person's fault
Sorry.
for not reporting it? Like that their home value went up? Or it doesn't even matter if even if they reported it, you
yeah,
know?
there's
Yeah, actually it is, because you can do an independent audit and say, okay, my home is now valued at this, and I only have insurance coverage for this, kind of like anything else.
but
So I
nobody
look
wants
at
to
it
do
with
that because that ends up costing them more money, and they think, oh, I want to pay as little as possible for insurance
Yeah, I'm
and
starting to
hope I
learn
never
insurance
use
is
it.
important. You probably
it's
shouldn't
for
try to
property
save
taxes,
money.
because everybody grumbles about property taxes. So like I have neighbors that don't agree with their property taxes, so they'll hire an independent auditor, and they'll show the city, the state, but there again, it affects your insurance when it counts.
I'll disagree with that. Those two are separate. Your property value compared to your rebuild value are two different things. Like your replacement cost of your property is drastically different than what your actual value of that
Right.
property will be, especially because the
So
property value includes the actual land.
so a lot of people are just selling the remnants of their charred homes and just fleeing, and they cannot build for what they had, so they're having to flee the whole state.
Do you know who they're selling it to?
Probably BlackRock.
I've read, but I mean, it just depends
The
on what
state.
article you want to believe.
They're selling it to the state.
Oh, you're talking about in California,
Which
right?
is by far not going to give you top dollar.
No, but I'm saying then the state flips it, and then the state is using it for that. They're basically, I don't want to get
Same
too
thing's
much
going on in
weeds, but
Florida.
yeah,
Same
thing
thing's
happened in
going on
Hawaii.
in Florida. And the other thing in Florida nobody's really talking about is ever since that condo complex collapsed,
Oh, when it fell down.
they're
Yeah.
requiring every condo owner in the state of Florida to purchase $30,000 worth of inspection. So they're charging every condo owner $30,000 to inspect their condo again, and that's been going on for like 3-4 years now. Because I have neighbors that went through it, and they just sold as is, and people are actually buying it. But yeah, Florida's housing market's like, it's almost like Vegas. It's like it doesn't even exist. Like hardly anybody's moving anything.
So are you talking about the condo if you're buying a condo there yourself, or
Yes,
you're
sir.
talking about if the condo association checked the
You could
building?
own the condo for 50 years and been the only owner for 50 years, and the state is charging you 30 grand to inspect it and make sure it's up to code level now. Because like what 25 people died in that.
That white building, right? It was like a white building that went down.
Well, it was built next to a parking garage, and the parking structure collapsed into the building and collapsed overall, and so many people died. And then they went after the state inspectors. They're still on trial. They're probably going to prison, and everybody was on the take on it. So they just said we're going to put it back on the cost of the homeowner. So is that right, wrong, and different? It's just the state is broke. They don't have that kind of funds.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like Florida, you know what I mean?
So
Like,
so
go
that's
out
what it's
there.
coming down to. Your state doesn't have the funds, so that's why this welfare stuff's going to be so big. Trump's like, we're going to give you 50% of what we normally give you, and then it's up to you.
But then
So
the
now
thing
they're
that's
going
gonna
to pull
backfire, and
funds
then
from here.
crime's gonna go rampant up because of that. in my
Oh, of
opinion.
course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is. But then they'll just up the National Guard. They'll come in. National Guard will clean it up. So yeah, it will be anarchy in the UK for a little while, and that's a great song. Motley Crue, I thought, did the best rendition of it. But yeah, it's going to be mass chaos. So just pick and choose your loads wisely. Dude, I wouldn't take a load of Portland. I don't care if it costs 10 grand. I wouldn't go up there right now. Everybody's like, oh, it's so safe. We'll go live there. They've been fighting since 2017 up there, rioting and stuff.
Yeah,
I won't go to
Portland's
Chicago
nuts.
anymore. Clean up Chicago and I'll go. Clean up these cities and they'll be beautiful again.
Dude, Chicago's bad, bro. Dude,
Dude, Memphis is horrible.
I had a
Memphis
buddy
is
that
horrible.
made the
So is
fucking.
Baltimore.
He went viral.
Hey, I got cheap insurance in Chicago.
Oh, he went viral.
Yeah, there's a
on-
reason why.
He went viral on the internet because he was outside like at a club, and then he got hit in the back of the head and knocked out, and his buddies they all got robbed. And like
Listen, if you really don't care about your family, move to these Democratic-run cities, man, and you'll find out. I mean, Memphis is horrible. I mean, Pilot Truck Stop closed 2 truck stops down on 78 Lamar Avenue down there. I mean, how bad is that? Right across the street from each other. I mean, it's an overflowing toilet. So is Baltimore. All these cities. So
New York, Chicago, Los Angeles.
yeah, I mean,
Portland,
and
Seattle.
Chicago is like rail capital of the country right now, man. There are more rails up there than anywhere else, and yet we got this. I mean, you watch TV up there, and you got people standing 2-3 stocks high on the rail, a moving train, stealing TVs, willing to risk their life for a TV.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, you
they
just
get
never
more
seen
of
it
the
like-
TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's absolutely
And they
crazy.
supposedly have rail police up there, but it's the real Chicago police that show up, and then the mayor's like, nothing's wrong up here. Yeah, just
Dude, this mayor is
another day in
absolutely
Inglewood.
garbage, dude. Like, I can't even believe they even elected this guy. Like, this guy's just a joke, dude. Like, if you like, there's people like rip him apart all the time. Like, even like people from the news, and his like answers to stuff is just.
He acts like nothing's wrong, man. Have you ever listened to him for even 5 seconds? Yeah.
Unfortunately,
and
I have,
he was a teacher, dude. He was a teacher in high school teaching to people.
Yeah.
He actually got board certified by the state of Illinois, and now he's mayor, and he's got like what, a negative rating. So does the governor up there, and they're like, nah, we don't need this. We're doing fine. Yeah, we're just like 1.5 billion in debt, but we're doing okay.
Wait, Matt, is that better, or you still can't hear me? But my shit should be fine because I turned up all my stuff, dude. Damn, Dex, you
So
got
I just
a
look
lot
at it
of
like that,
background
like-
noise,
like
bro.
these cities you go into, you better arm yourself and learn self-defense because it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better.
It's the background noise that's drowning you out. Loud.
Oh, yeah, Dex, you're going to have to call us back when you got better background noise, bro, because it's way too much. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, there you go. Okay, where were we?
I had an analogy.
Go
I had
ahead.
an analogy I want to see what you thought of. I
Okay.
came up with it on the fly the other night. I've got a friend of mine I went to high school with as a general contractor, builds multi-million-dollar homes, right? Bathrooms that this dude put in a house are more expensive than my whole house. When a customer comes to him and says, I want you to build me a $5 million home, he's got contractors that he uses, plumbers and framers and people that do the groundwork. It seems to me that we would go common sense and say, okay, well, the guys that he hires to do the framing come in and get paid. It's none of their business what he's getting paid from the customer to build that house. He's taking the risk. He's the one. It's his name on that house to make sure that it's done right. I mean, that's the contractor relationship, and that's the relationship that we have with the customer through the broker. And that's what I was trying to get to today. It was like, well, why don't you care about broker transparency? I'm like, because I know what my cost is. I know what my value is. If I get that, I don't give a shit what the broker's getting. It doesn't matter. If I know my cost, if I know my operation, if I know the margin that I need, and I've studied the market and I get the rate that I need, I don't give a shit what the broker's getting. It doesn't matter. But they think they've built this house of cards. They've built this thing that says, oh, but I need to get the broker's money too. And it's like the people, I'm leased to Landstar, and they're like, oh, well, Landstar's taking all your money. It's like, it's not my money. It's their money that they're giving to me. They're giving a portion to my truck and a portion to my trailer, and they're giving a portion to the agent. But for me to be just a single truck owner and say that I deserve 100% of the rate, that's insane. I deserve what portion of the rate needs to cover my tractor or my trailer. But to say that I deserve someone else's money because I own a truck, to me, is greed. It's nothing but greed.
Well, to your point of the guy building the house. So what happens if he builds this house, puts all his money into it, and then 2008 happens, and he wakes
Right.
up and the whole market's down? You know what I mean? So it's like I get that analogy, and I just totally agree. And then even with broker transparency, so you take the load from the broker, right? The transparent. I'm not an expert in their 371.69, whatever the fuck the little thing is, but like. So you're gonna take the load from the broker, then you're gonna get the rate that the broker got it for, like after you deliver the load. So what are you gonna do? Call the broker and be like, "Hey man, you got way too much money. Give me some more money." It doesn't work that way. Or what are you gonna do? Are you gonna solicit their customer? Well, then you just went against the broker carrier agreement. Now they could sue the shit out of you. So like, what's the upside of knowing this? Like, I don't see no upside of this whatsoever.
And I've also seen, I think it's a legitimate argument, given the environment that we live in, that the broker has a right to protect their relationship, to protect from back soliciting, from people getting access to information they don't need to try to go in and cut that broker out. They're the one that won that contract. Just like with the Landstar agents, that have direct freight. I don't have a $5.19 a mile average for 1 week without people doing their due diligence to go out and do the hard work that it takes to get customers. That's the other thing that bothers me about it, is you're discounting and devaluing the work, the sales work that the people are doing, whether they're brokers or agents or whatever. I'd rather take an ass whipping than make a sales call. Like I can't imagine sitting at a desk making 100 phone calls a day to be told no 90 times, or go knock on doors and try to sell freight. That's the seventh level of hell for me. I'm a great truck operator. I'm excellent at doing that part. Let me do that part. I'll get somebody else to go do that sales work because they're good at it. And then to sit and be like, oh, well, we don't need brokers. Well, you don't. The customer does, because they're not going to hire someone and have to pay all their benefits and maternity leave and paternity leave and all this other shit that is the cost of having an employee, when they can outsource that work to someone whose only job it is to study the market and find trucks. I have a load that needs moved. Find me a truck. I don't have to deal with all of that. And then if something goes wrong, the broker is the one that's going to step in and find the capacity.
But then you got to take a look at how many of those customers, like for example, if like you're taking a load from a broker and you have like 1, 2, 3 trucks, and you're taking a load from a customer through a broker, that customer will not even talk to you unless you have 50, 100 trucks, or you have a big freight brokerages with EDI,
Right.
with some kind of good TMS system that you could do with their shit. So now they're like getting upset about like all the stuff a broker has to have in order to even get that customer, in which that customer never even give you the time of day, even if you called them. So like,
Yeah.
what does it matter to you if you're never going to land this customer anyways? They'll never work with you because you're too small, and you're getting upset because the broker had to have the TMS software. He had to pay the money for the EDI capabilities. They had to pay the money for the sales guys to go out there. They have to pay for the carrier rep to selling you the load. They have to pay for the building. They have to pay for the insurance. They have to pay for all this shit, and people are like acting like brokers don't have to do anything. Like they really think that like a broker is like a person in his mom's basement just working there, like making a bunch of money, and that there's nothing else involved in this.
I learned a good lesson through a friend of mine a couple of years ago. Landstar has a bunch of automotive freight, right, which I despise. And there's a stamping plant here close to our house, does stuff for Ford. And so a buddy of mine that lives here close, he started hauling this stuff like to Louisville or something. It was pretty good money. Well, all these auto manufacturers, they constantly renegotiate the rates. So they call him up one day and say, hey, they're doing new rates and they've dropped the rate a little bit. And he's like, well, I'll cut the rate a little bit because I get to be home every day. And then they call back and they say, hey, they've cut it again. And he's like, well, it's still valuable to me because I still get to be home every day. It's not ideal, but I can work with it. And then I think they cut it one more time. And he's like, okay, well, I can't do it any lower than this. Well, so he starts doing it. Everything's great until his kid had to graduate college or something. And he called the agent and he was like, hey, I'm not going to be able to haul the load on this day. And they went, well, that's unfortunate because you accepted this low rate because it suited you in the time, but we can't put this on the board and get anybody to cover it. So sorry about your luck, but you're going to have to cover this load. Well, he threw a fit and refused to do it and told him to fuck off, and which, was his right. But the lesson there was, it may benefit you to do what is considered a cheap load because, it checks certain boxes. But then what are you going to do if now someone else has got to cover it and the rate contract is not enough to get somebody else to do it? You can't work yourself into a box that you can't get out of. And so you got all these single truck owner operators like, well, screw the broker. I'll go to the customer. Okay. Are you going to be available 24/7, 365, never taking a day off, never, because who else are you going to get to do it if you can't do it? So you have to think about the commitment that you're making to that customer when you want that money. Well, you better be available 24/7, 365. You better not get sick. You better not have a wreck. You better not have a breakdown. That's the value that we have in the market. And I see these guys saying, well, we got to unite together. We got to, I'm like, what? Wait, that's what I've done. I've leased a Landstar where I have a big infrastructure built around me. I've united together with 8,000 BCOs and 1,400 agents that provides great value to me. Never once did I go on my knees before the government begging them to give me a rate. I don't believe that I could match the rates. If I took all my trucks and put them under my own numbers, I'm not going to get the kind of rates I'm getting at Landstar. I'm sure as hell not going to get the discounts, the access, the infrastructure, the billing people, the compliance people, the safety people, the hazmat people. I mean, to me, it's insane to try to do it on your own, especially as a first-time owner. Now, you get a few years in and build up some capital. If you really want to build a trucking company, brother, have at it. But this idea that I'm gonna never be in business, I've done nothing but a truck driver. Now I'm gonna go buy a truck and a trailer and go get my own authority. It's financial suicide. It's just insane.
Yeah, especially new MCs, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they think you go out there and it's gonna be like super easy, but nobody's gonna use you. And then like I don't get it, man. Like trucking is super hard, man. Like I failed in trucking so many times, like barely, staying alive right now with what's happening. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause it's been bad. It's been super bad the last like 3 years. And then you got like people crying, like they have like 2 trucks and they're crying about a customer that a broker got. Like, dude, my advice to them is like, dude, just go and try to get some customers and see what happens. See how easy it is. You know what I mean? See, like, it's not. And all this crying and complaining all the time, and it's like, just look after what's like you're saying, like you need to like know what you're doing. Just look what's in front of your face. Like worry about your own stuff, get your stuff in order, and then maybe start trying to expand doing other stuff. But sitting here crying about brokers and doing all this kind of stuff, it's not going to benefit you financially. It's not going to, benefit you to be less stress-free. It's not going to fix the problems you have in front of you. It's not going to do any of that shit. So there's no reason to keep on crying. And that's the reason, like, I'm not like the McCown guy, like, I like him personally. He's a nice guy, friends with him, whatever, like, you know what I mean? But it's like, you're not going to get nowhere with this. And you're just wasting your time. Like, we should be, like, arguing and fighting for, like, theft. You know what I mean? Like this fraud that's going on, like stuff that's like skyrocketing our insurance costs. Like let's worry about stuff that's actually going to benefit and help the trucking company, and not like stuff that like is just nonsense and it's never going to happen. And you're wasting everybody's time and you're getting everybody mad. you're getting everybody riled up, and then everybody's in the comments like, "Oh, these fuck brokers, oh, they're stealing this and that," and like, there's just, to me, it's just like not needed whatsoever.
I got to say this before I got to go. The statistics say that 95% of first-time owner-operators fail in the first 2 years.
Yeah,
They don't fail because they can't drive trucks. They don't fail because they can't back into the dock or shift gears. They fail because they don't know how to run a business. That's the reason they fail. So let's, instead of all being distracted by all this meaningless horse shit, let's just talk about the blocking and tackling. Let's just talk about how to build our businesses better. Better revenue, better cost savings, better documenting, better accounting, better service, better communication, better relationships, and that will fix every problem you've got.
I agree.
Just run your business. Stop being distracted by all this bullshit and nonsense. Just run your
And if
business.
they're so busy, you know what they could be doing? They could be like petitioning to like start a group for like fuel discounts or insurance discounts or some kind of shit like that instead of just crying about brokers. Like there's so much like other stuff like you're saying that they could be concentrating on to help it out, to help truckers out, to help people out. But again, you know, we're just negativity and just passing your problems on to try to blame other people for your problems is not the way to go. Dude, we've been fucking losing money out the ass, and you know who I'm blaming? Myself, because I should have been paying more attention. I should have been more hands-on. I should have been more worried about our numbers and cut costs when I needed to instead of like waiting along. Like I blame everything on myself that's going wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and try to blame other people because my shit's going wrong, you know?
The most transformative experience in my life was when I looked up and said, you know what? I did this. I'm responsible for the failure. It was me. I was the one that made these decisions. And that was the turning point in my life, because I went, okay, well, wait a minute. If it was my fault that it failed, it'll be my fault when I turn it around. And that's what I did. And that it's the most freeing experience that I've had. But, you know, I'm sitting here watching these comments. No, it's because of the brokers. Listen, if your business is failing today, go walk into the restroom, look in the mirror, and you'll find the reason your business is failing.
Walking
And
to the
then
truck
you
stop
will,
next to the guy
you
that's
will,
washing his feet in the sink and look at
yeah,
yourself in the mirror.
yeah. But if you want real freedom and liberty, take responsibility for yourself and for your decisions and for your actions, and nothing will ever be the same. But you got to stop being distracted by this nonsense that somebody else is responsible for your decisions and your business. If you want to be in business, man, take responsibility for it. But if you can't handle that, like I had a dude one day, he's like, well, I hate being micromanaged. I'm like, well, you're going to hate being in business. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, because you have to micromanage yourself. Nobody's going to get you out of bed. Nobody's going to wipe your butt. Nobody's going to hold you accountable. You have to do that on your own. And if you don't like being held accountable as an employee, you're really going to hate being held accountable as a business owner, because it's your customer that's going to be kicking you in the ass. And then you're not going to have a customer anymore. And then you're going to be whining that your business failed, and you won't look in the mirror and see the problem. It's good talking to you, man. I got to bounce.
Sir, have a good one.
See you.
All right, I'm gonna end it on that too. We've been on for over an hour already, so pretty good show today. Appreciate everybody joining. Fourth quarter looks like it started off pretty strong, so hopefully all you guys are making some monies. Stop complaining about the brokers. Post your trucks. Get some fucking monies. Work your ass off till Christmas, because those 2 weeks off are gonna kick us in the ass. And good luck. Thank you. Have a good one.